sunshine. Welcome back to my channel, Alex in the Sunlight. I'm Alex and I'm so happy to see you. The purpose of today's video is to find out what we can expect to come toward us during the holidays, what we can expect for our holiday season. Okay, if the reading resonates with you, please give this video a like, subscribe so we can spend more time together, follow me on Instagram where I post daily readings at Alex in the Sunlight. Consider becoming a patron over on my Patreon page, patreon.com/alexinthesunlight. And just because it is the holiday season, if you're still looking for a Christmas gift for loved ones or even yourself, check out in the description box. There's a link to my botanical coloring book. It is a very positive and loving, uplifting book. There are word searches, positive affirmations, nature scenes, landscapes, and patterns, and I think that you really enjoy it. Okay, so before we get into the video, there are 3 piles here. First pile, rose quartz. Pile number 2, carnelian, and pile number 3, jade. If you've already chosen, that's totally fine, but if you could just humor me and close your eyes, take a deep breath in through the nose, filling the chest and the belly with air. Exhale completely, and as you do, ask your angels, your spirit guides, or your higher self to aid you in choosing the correct pile for you, so that when you open your eyes, the one you are drawn to first is the right one. Okay? Let's get started. Hey, group number 1, those of you who chose rose quartz. Okay, it's super appropriate that you chose rose quartz too, because I feel like for you guys, the holiday season is like, it's very exciting. It's going to be pretty much all about kind of like upgrading you, upgrading how you feel about yourself, and really kind of sinking into self-love. And like, I feel like you guys, you know, maybe Mercury retrograde was, I mean, it was tough for everybody, but I feel like for you guys, it probably dug up a lot of deep-rooted feelings of lack maybe, or it had you questioning yourself and questioning who you are, what you want out of life, and if you're capable of getting it, right? Capable of receiving it. So you went through those lessons so that you could get to this point of, like I said, being upgraded, getting to that point where you don't allow people to just blindly criticize you without even really understanding where you came from or what your motivations are, what your intentions are. You're not going to be super self-critical anymore. And of course, nobody's perfect, so it's not like I'm saying, you know, a magic wand was wielded and now you are just like mystically, magically changed. It didn't happen that way. It wasn't overnight. This is like kind of the culmination of lots of hard work, right? Like a labor of love. I feel like a lot of you guys have done some deep self-exploration, and you're coming out on top because of it. Like, there's lots of joy and high energy in this reading. Like, I'm very excited for you guys because I feel like you're getting to a place during the holidays where it's like, this is what it's about, right? Like, oftentimes the holidays can be pretty stressful for some people. Not everybody enjoys it. Not everybody feels excited about the holidays, right? But if the holidays were like what your holidays are about to be like, more people would be excited for it. You know what I mean? Because I'm seeing you guys very stress-free. You do have a couple of advice cards down here, but for the most part, I'm seeing you guys are going to be having a really nice time, and like a lot of it has to do with just like I said, how much work you've done on yourself, but also I feel like the core of who you are is such just a lovely person. Like, you're just, your whole aura is very like high vibe, and like you're probably just a joy to be around. And I love all the pink in your spread. I love the color pink. And you've also got some green and some burnt sienna orange kind of thing. So I feel like heart chakra, sacral chakra, you guys know how to love, and I feel like you also know how to dance. I know it's super random, but but to get into the cards, the first card you pulled is confidence, which is really beautiful, right? There's so much life to this card. Like this eye is really like it just looks really magical, and it's almost like it's telling me like you will finally see you for who you really are in a positive light instead of letting other people or negative perceptions of yourself guide your sight. You will be really seeing you, and you're going to like what you see. There are lots of pinks, oranges, yellows, very like vibrant, effervescent colors in this. And I feel like it's letting you know that that energy is yours to be had if you want it. I feel like for most of you, you're just going to kind of like step into that after coming out of Mercury retrograde, coming out of that kind of like heavy time. I feel like you guys are going to step into your power, realize who you are, see yourself clearly, and like what you see and lead from that. And you're going to be manifesting lots of beautiful opportunities and beautiful energy around you. And like I said before, you're not going to be listening to criticism from people who have no business talking in the first place. You know what I mean? Like, you'll be too self-assured and compassionate toward yourself to allow that to stick. And I feel like this confidence is going to inspire you to make some really beneficial moves, not just for you, but for everybody. You've got the Six of Stones here from the Wildwood Tarot, and this card, I'm sorry I didn't mention it, is from the Teal Swan Frequency Tarot deck. But in traditional tarot, this is the Six of Pentacles, which is all about like financial harmony, generosity, giving and receiving, and feeling good around abundance and having an abundant mindset. So you guys might volunteer this holiday season. You guys might donate to charity. You might start your own charity. You might do some kind of fundraising, like a toy drive or a food drive, something like that. I feel like, you know, oftentimes we don't talk about like the other ways that a lack of self-confidence can affect us. It doesn't just affect us, it affects how we move through the world, and we aren't as open-hearted a lot of the times when we're lacking self-love and self-confidence. And so I feel like you guys are going to be a perfect example of what good it does, not just for you but for everyone, when you really like step into your power, have that confidence and love yourself. I feel like it just will imbue you with this like powerful energy that's going to inspire you to spread it. And you're really going to be very, like I said, generous. And this is also about giving and receiving. So you guys might also be on the receiving end of generosity. Maybe you receive some help that you need for a certain project, or, you know, something that you're trying to manifest, or something that you're trying to get off the ground, because you've also got the star card here, the pole star from the same deck. So this to me is like two things. If you see this person, they're coming out of the woods into a clearing, and they're immediately greeted with this star, right? It's guiding their way, and they are surrounded by light in these dark woods. That's you coming out of this retrograde season, being like, I've emerged. I've emerged. I've emerged, and I'm better and brighter than I was before. And that energy is helping you to believe in your dreams, and that belief is going to cause them to come true. So for some of you, it's going to be like, bam, it happened. It's happening. The ball's getting rolling. I'm getting going. I'm making the thing happen, whatever it is that you want to happen. So I feel like a lot of you are trying to manifest something. And it could also be the beginning of something happening. It could also be like, okay, I came out of that time, and now here I am, and now I know what to do. Now with all of this new self-confidence and all of this harmony and these positive feelings, now I know which step to take next. Now I know how to make things happen and how to make my dreams come true. But either way, it's like they are assured it's happening. Like whatever it is that you've been wanting, even if it was self-confidence itself, even if you were just wishing to feel better about yourself, it's happening. Because you have so much to celebrate for, and you will be celebrating. You've got the Three of Vessels, joy, which, you know, in the traditional tarot, it's like, it's a celebration card. It's like that feeling of, you know, I did it, or I'm here, or, you know, it's not the completion. It's definitely like a moment in time, but it's one that you want to savor. It's like, to me, this is like a card of happy memories. Like I said, this holiday season for you guys is going to be like what everyone should be able to enjoy during the holidays. You know what I mean? You're going to have a very, like an ideal time, I think. So enjoy that time, okay? This is definitely a time to get celebratory, to be festive, to give and receive, right? To believe in your dreams. That belief, like I said, will make them happen. And I feel like you guys are also going to have, because you're supporting yourself and because you have your own back, you will attract support from others as well. And for those of you who don't, or for those of you who attract like the opposite, like maybe criticism or people being like, how are you supposed to make that happen? Do not listen to them. Bright lights attract bugs. Okay, so just remember that. You don't need to listen to them. The next card you pulled, like I said, is kind of like the advice cards down here for you guys. Things for you to remember this holiday season. You are beautiful, okay? From the angel oracles, you pulled, I am beautiful. So remember that. Don't lose sight of that. It's right underneath this confidence card and, you know, this Six of Stones. So remember that you are beautiful and you are divine. You are here. Therefore, you are worthy, right? You are valuable. You are special. Okay, hold on to those thoughts. Just say it every morning. I am beautiful. Look in the mirror and say, I am beautiful. And know that beauty doesn't just have to do with aesthetics. It kind of has little to do with aesthetics, but it's like, I get it. We love looking at beautiful things. Butterflies are beautiful. Nature is beautiful. Look at yourself as a flower, as a butterfly, as a part of nature, because you are, right? You are a part of the universe. We're all made up of star stuff. So I don't really care what you look like. You are beautiful. You are perfect as you are. So tell yourself so. Okay? This holiday season, that is the time. Wear what you want to wear. Be bright. Be outlandish. Be, you know, try new styles, things that you wouldn't normally have before. This holiday season for you is about like letting your true self shine. Okay? Because that kind of energy really attracts what you want, because you're coming from a very authentic and very like open-hearted space. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm seeing lots of heart chakra here. So keep it open and pour love into yourself, right? And allow it to like just seep out of your pores as well. Like, you know, with this rose quartz, to me it's just kind of like, it looks like this, you know, it starts with you, and you just think, I love myself, I am amazing, I am wonderful, I accept my faults, I work on myself, I take care of myself, and that energy goes out into the universe, and then you've got other people who also love, and it's just, it keeps it going, right? It's like a cycle, and it's really beautiful. So keep that energy by reminding yourself how beautiful you are, okay? The next card you pulled is Lakshmi in reverse. So, you know, this holiday season is going to be really positive, but there may be moments where, especially if, like I said, you were dealing with some lessons in Mercury retrograde, feelings of lack or scarcity. There may be moments amongst all of this harmony and amongst all this joy where you kind of second guess, or maybe you question, like, is my dream really going to happen? Is this all really going to happen? You need to remember this holiday season, make this your mantra. That which is for me will not go past me. Okay, everything that is meant for you in this universe isn't going to just miss you. It's not like you can like hide from it, right? You don't have to worry. Okay, you don't have to worry or hold on too tightly to things. You don't have to fret in any way. Like I said, it's assured. The things that you want, they are assured. So understand that if you want something and it doesn't come, it may not be the time, or it's just probably not meant for your highest good, right? So, but you still have so much going on for you that's going to be so wonderful. So do not, miss the forest for the trees. Remember, like I said, make it your mantra. That which is for me will not go past me. Okay? So when you get in those little pockets of worry, say that to yourself so you can come out of them, because you have so much to look forward to. Okay? The last card you pulled is perfect. True love. And this is about you. This is about loving yourself. That is true love, right? Self-love is true love. It says, your wholeness and safety lie within, not from a partner. But this sovereignty actually leads to the deepest intimacy for you to stop using others. Let me stand on my own feet, dear Lord, and know true love. So I feel like that's your energy coming into the holiday season. It's like perfect that you start and end with this. It's like you have this confidence. You don't need others' validation. They're going to give it to you. You're probably going to be praised, right? You're going to have like this aura around you, but you don't need it because you honor and praise and validate yourself. You understand that everything else is just icing on the cake, but where the real joy and the real love is coming from is within you. Okay? You don't have to lean on anybody. You have you, right? And then that opens up generosity and giving and receiving and compassion and understanding and abundance, right? I feel like this whole spread is just letting you know, like, the holidays are going to be very abundant. You're probably going to get what you want for Christmas, okay? With this pole star, you're going to be very fortunate. You are very fortunate, and you are so loved, all right? And I feel like you're going to be able to feel that love from others because you're pouring it into yourself, right? From you. So that's all I've got for you guys. Group number 1. I think it's going to be a really good time. I think you guys are going to have a really beautiful time. I'm really excited for you. Please let me know if this resonated with you. Let me know what goes on in your holiday season, okay? And I just have a question before we go. Let me know down below, what is your favorite part of the holidays, if you like the holidays at all. Okay? Thank you so much for sharing your time and your energy with me. I really appreciate it. The magic in me honors the magic in you. Be well. Bye. Hey, group number 2, those of you who chose Carnelian. Okay, so the first thing I thought was you guys are a little tuckered out. I think that Mercury retrograde probably did a number on you. And, when Mercury goes direct, we all feel like, okay, it's done now. We get to, push forward and move forward. But I feel like with you guys, it's like you're, like I said, a bit tuckered out. It's not the time to try and like race forward. You still are gonna be kind of going through what you were, not going through the same exact stuff that you were going through, but it's probably going to linger a bit in the holidays. I feel like you guys have some learning, some growing to do. So, like, I'm picturing you guys just kind of being a bit dissatisfied or bored or just wanting a change or wanting something different for your life, and realizing that this holiday season, maybe you're like going through the motions and going to the family stuff or talking to the family members, or, like I said, going through the motions, and you're just kind of like, something's not right. I don't like this. I'm not interested in this. This isn't, what I want. And it can actually be a positive thing, and it took me a really long time to accept this. So don't worry if you have some resistance to this, but And I also feel like some of the energy from this is resistance. Like you guys, like I said, Mercury retrograde probably did a number on you, and so now you're feeling like resistant to a lot of things. Maybe you're feeling a bit jaded. Like I feel like some of you guys aren't even really excited that this that it's the holidays. You're just kind of like meh, and that's totally fine. But like I was gonna say, this is actually a positive thing because oftentimes, you don't know what you don't know until you find out. So you could have been living in a way that was out of alignment with what you really want for your life, but you didn't really know that until now. So even though it's kind of inconvenient that you feel this way now, at least now you know from here you can course correct, redirect your life. And I feel like you guys are going to have that like burst of energy at first, like, yeah, I want to change everything, but it's going to take time. And I feel like you just have to reset. I feel like the holidays for you guys is about a reset. So do not push past whatever it is that you're feeling. If it's just apathy or, like I said, boredom or dissatisfaction, don't try to push past that. Don't judge yourself for feeling that way. I know it's a holiday, so you're going to be hearing lots of cheerful music and like, people are going to expect you to act a certain way. But I mean, prioritize yourself. So if you don't want to go to the party, don't go to the party, right? You're not going to feel good there. Or if you do want to go, but you're worried about what you're going to wear or, how you're going to get there or things like that, just kind of let those things fall away and make sure that you do things that you enjoy amongst this, this energy of like wanting to make shifts and changes. Make sure that you add some joy and definitely some nurture there, because the first card you pulled is Mother. So this card is like, and this is from the Teal Swan Frequency Tarot deck. This card is like letting you know you need to mother and be mothered. This is probably actually talking about your actual mother. It is the holidays, so I feel like for some of you, you aren't in contact with your mother for whatever reason, and there's some kind of tension there. So it's not about trying to repair everything all at once this holiday season. It's just about acknowledging that. I think maybe acknowledging the ways in which you feel like you should have been mothered better growing up and stepping up and doing that for yourself now, and understanding that you also have a responsibility in your relationships if you choose to have them, right? Friendships, romantic relationships, children, whatever it is, you have a responsibility to heal those areas of your life and be that mother to yourself, so that you don't kind of continue that energy in relationships moving forward. Oftentimes, where we feel like we missed out, we kind of cause that in our relationships as adults, right? So if a parent was emotionally unavailable to us, are we emotionally unavailable to our partners, right? Like these kinds of things, they come up later on, and it's really significant. So I feel like, you guys may be confronted with that this holiday season in one way or the other. So really take the time to like I said, nurture yourself, and whatever it was that you feel like you didn't get, okay, give it to yourself. You have the opportunity to do so. All right? And then you in turn will be able to give to others, and then it can be like this really beautiful giving receiving type of thing, instead of everybody just feeling like they're not getting what they want. Okay? So just remember that this holiday season. And you probably will remember it because it's like everybody's talking about family, their get-togethers, etc., right? The next card you've got is the Knight of Bows, the Fox, in the Wildwood Tarot deck. Like I said, you guys might have like this burst of energy when you realize that things aren't really going how you want, and you want like a change or a shift in your life. So that's this energy, right? Kind of like impulsivity and like, yeah, I just want to go for it, and I feel like a lot of you are artists or creative in some way. So maybe it's a creative endeavor that you just feel like you want to put everything into, but understand that things do take time. So in place of impulsivity, try to substitute it for patience. Okay, write things down. When you get a burst of energy, use it, but do not burn yourself out, right? And just try and think before you act. Try and think before you make choices and decisions, okay? Because I feel like you will benefit from that. You'll benefit from like harnessing that energy rather than just like going going like crazy with it. You know what I mean? The next card you pulled is the Four of Vessels, or the Four of Cups, which is boredom. So, like I said, it's like you guys may be realizing during the holidays that you're just kind of like bored, despondent. You're not really into it. Like, you're like, you know what I mean? Like, it's that kind of energy. It's not super negative. It just may mean that you guys aren't as enthusiastic as everybody else, but that is totally fine, okay? Do not fake it. Don't try and force yourself to act some kind of way that you don't really feel. You may be presented with opportunities. People may want to ask things of you, or maybe job opportunities, but if it doesn't actually call to you, if you don't really feel like it's right, it is okay to say no. Okay? I feel like we don't get told that enough. It is okay to say no. You don't have to go for everything in fear that it's not going to come around again. What is meant for you is going to come to you. All right. And that's a part of this whole discovery, right? This holiday season, realizing like, I'm kind of dissatisfied with things. It's just helping you to get to where you actually want to be, right? We as humans, I say this a lot, we learn through contrast. So sometimes we don't know what we want until we sit in what we don't want for a little bit. You know what I mean? The next card you pulled is the Eight of Bows in reverse. So to me, this is just saying like, first thing, if you guys are planning on traveling for the holidays, if you've got family to visit or things like that, flights may get delayed, trains may get delayed, and that's okay. I feel like you're going to get where you want to go regardless. So have patience. And I also mean that for the second meaning, which is projects, right? If you, like I said, a lot of you guys are creatives. If you're creative, you're working on this thing and it's going slower, there's delays, frustration, things of that nature. Really have patience. You're going to get there anyway. Okay? So regardless if it's a physical place that you're trying to get to, or, a business, a figurative, a creative place you're trying to get to, you're going to get there. It just may take more time than you anticipated. So prepare, leave early, and pack snacks. And I do mean that in the physical or figurative sense. Okay? Make sure you are well taken care of, because I feel like delays cause more frustration when you are ill prepared, right? And the next card you pulled, and kind of like the advice for your holiday season, is growing, from the Angel Oracles. Beautiful. And it's just, it kind of to me goes hand in hand with this Mother card. I'm feeling like, this whole thing is about a growth period. This whole thing is about learning about yourself and where you're at in your life. But if it challenges you, if you find it difficult, it's growing, it's growth. You are going through a growing phase, right? You're going through a growth spurt. And the reason why I feel like it has to do with this Mother card is because I feel like for some of you, I know this for a lot of people, for some of you, like I said, you've got this issue with your mom, and maybe you aren't in contact with her, or you don't have the option to be in contact with her. So you're going through this stuff, and you're realizing like it has to do with, like I said before, what you felt like you didn't have, that you needed growing up, right? The way that you were mothered is going to be emphasized this holiday season, and it's teaching you, it's helping you to grow into the person who can mother yourself, right? And who can nurture and also be nurtured, right? The person, you're growing into the person that you really want to be, the kind of person that you need as well, right? I feel like oftentimes we are our own hero, right? I know that sounds super corny, but it is true that often we seek what we need externally, and it's you have everything you need inside of you. This card is letting you know whatever it is, if it's your creative projects, if it's your healing, whatever it is, you have everything that you need, okay? And some of you are going to be like, no, I don't. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You just got to take a second look, okay? Just take a second look. You do. You do have everything you need. The next card you've pulled is Ain. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not really sure. So if I pronounce that incorrectly, I'm sorry. And this is from the Goddess Power Oracle deck. She represents adaptability. So this is going hand in hand with this growing card. You are in a growing phase, so adapt to change. Adapt to your situation, whatever that is that you find yourself in. And what I mean by that is like, okay, if you find yourself dissatisfied with the way things are, start creating the life that you want from the ground up, meaning like habits. What would be the habits of the kind of person you want to be? What would be the in kind of environment that you'd want to live in? So if that's like rearranging your room or your home or getting rid of stuff, or kind of meditating on, okay, if I want a different life, what does that even really look like? And can I step out of my comfort zone in order to get it? Right? So adapt to the changes that you are yearning for, and understand that, like, you could possibly want something and want changes, and then understand that part of that happening is the growth that comes from, some of life's challenges, okay? So realize whatever happens, it's happening for your highest good, and it's happening to get you to where you want to go. All right, you will get there. Like I said, you might get delayed, but you're going to get there. The last card you pulled is Creative Blocks from the Wild Offering Oracle deck. So, like I said, some of you are artists, and you may feel a little frustrated. Like, this is right underneath the Eight of Wands. So you might feel frustrated. You might feel like things aren't going as quickly as you want them to. Let go of expectations. Let go of assumptions. Let go of the destination and start really focusing on the journey and your intentions. Why do you want things to happen the way that you want them to happen? And understand that when your intentions are in a really beautiful place, in a really pure place, the way things unfold is always going to be to your benefit, okay? But the card says, if you are an artist of any kind, you can offer all work to the divine, making it God's alone. I offer this for the highest good to benefit the planet. Release me from any blocks and restrictions. May this serve all who need. Yeah, get your mindset into that of like, okay, how does this serve people? How does my creativity, my gifts, how does that serve the world, right? How do I offer it up to help heal, right? Because doing that releases you from the blocks and the restrictions, which to me are just expectations, assumptions. You put these boundaries on things because you want them to be exactly in a certain way. But if you release that, then you can focus on the intention, and that helps what you actually want, or what is actually for your highest good, to manifest, right? You're making room for that. So that's all I've got for you guys, group number 2. I think that if you make sure that you rest, you have patience, and you focus on your healing for this holiday season, you'll be good. Just honor how you feel, okay? There's lots of green here, lots of pink. So really focus on your heart chakra or your heart center, and take care of yourself, okay? I've got a question for you guys, since it is the holiday season. What is your favorite part of the holidays? If you have one at all. Okay? Or you can tell me why you don't like the holidays. Comment down below and let me know, all right? Thank you so much for sharing your time and energy with me. I truly appreciate it. The magic in me honors the magic in you. Be well. Bye. Hi, group number 3, those of you who chose Jade. Okay, so two things for you guys. The holidays is going to be about letting go of the past, past pain, past ways of being, habits that you developed in, darker times of your life that aren't really serving you now for where you want to go. Letting go of resentments, past things that happened that you can't change now, and just choosing to forgive and move on, regardless of if you received apologies and regardless of, whatever stories that you've told yourself. Like, it's time to move forward. So you guys may feel like things are put on a pause and they're not moving forward. Once you release, once you let go of all of that baggage, that heavy weight, the doors will open and you'll be able to move forward. You do not need to rush it though. Allow this to take place naturally, organically. Okay, really feel how you're feeling so that the emotions can be risen up so that they can actually be released. Don't suppress, don't bottle things up because you think that it's moving on. That's not moving on, okay? So you might need to feel the anger. You might need to feel the sadness or whatever it is. Grieve whatever once was so that you can finally put it to rest. Okay, and then the second is, like I said, you may be paused in order to have this healing experience, but then once that's through, or once you are through it, I should say, doors will open and you will have this, I feel like, a new perspective and realize okay, this is who I am and I'm going to go for that now. All of this other heavy, murky stuff was kind of holding me back and I let it hold me back. And now I'm realizing I'm not that, and I have new dreams. I have a new purpose that is way more authentic and true to who you actually are. I feel like it's definitely going to be a time of healing and self-discovery. Okay? The first card you've pulled is Higher Purpose from the Teal Swan Frequency Tarot deck. So this is just kind of talking about, like I was saying, realizing who you actually are, what you actually want out of life. What is it that you were called here to do, right? Why did you incarnate in this lifetime? Chances are things have been holding you back from that purpose, and you may have been ignoring that call without even realizing it because you've been preoccupied with the past, right? Preoccupied with this heavy baggage that you've been carrying around. So the holidays is going to be the time for you to let that go. And for some of you, you may, have hard conversations with loved ones, siblings. If you had some past pain with siblings where you guys just weren't close or weren't good to each other or whatever, I feel like that's going to be put to rest. Old grudges, they don't really mean anything now, right? You're trying to move on. You can't take all that heavy baggage with you where you're going. Okay? And so I feel like this will help you put things in perspective and realize you didn't incarnate in this lifetime to hold a grudge or to hold yourself back because of past pain. I feel like we often don't really realize all the ways that we hold ourselves back because of what somebody else said or did to us. We can't change the past. It's not even preferable to try. All that we're actually meant to do is to learn from it and then let it go, let it be released so we can manifest and bring in people, places, things that would actually make us happy, right? And I'm also feeling with this higher purpose that you're going to understand that the things that you did go through, the things that did hurt you, are actually beneficial. The lessons you learned are actually beneficial to what it is that you're meant to do here, right? It's not on accident. Everything happens for a reason, truly, and you usually don't really see the full picture until so many elements are finally added, right? Which is annoying, but it's for a reason, right? Enjoy the process, okay? Enjoy the journey. The next card you've pulled from the Wildwood Tarot is the Mirror. In traditional tarot, this is the Hanged Man. So it's kind of talking about, like I said, a time where things are put on pause, things are kind of halted. And I feel like for you guys, it's doing so because you've got to heal this stuff first. It's almost like this past pain that you're holding on to has put like blinders on you. So they need to be removed in order for you to really keep going or to see where you're going. So, and if you look at this imagery, like this mermaid, this siren, is she, this could either be a crystal ball, I don't know if you can see it, or like the moon that she's holding. And she's also got this mirror, this like hand mirror held to her chest, and her eyes are closed. And then she's surrounded by this body of water, and water is also reflective. And then there's this person who's almost like mummified in this lake. It's like all of these elements are just like representing you, right? You're blinded to what's really going on because you're so, immersed in the past, but you have the tools to reflect on what was and move on from it, right? And I feel like this is almost like aspects of yourself that no longer serve, that are kind of like laid to rest, right? That have just died. And like, if you can see on this little canoe that he's lying in, there's like a chain. So I feel like, it could be, it's representing you and just dragging this old aspect of you or old aspects of your life along with you and not realizing that you're like holding yourself up. You can't get anywhere fast if you're holding on to a bunch of stuff. It's too heavy, right? So I think this, during the holidays, you're going to have these moments where you could choose to be frustrated, right? You could say like, why can't things just move how I want them to? Or you can be like, this is happening for a reason. What do I need to open my eyes to right now? What am I not seeing? What do I need to reflect on? In what ways am I sabotaging my growth? Right? That's kind of what I'm getting from that card. And the next card you pulled is Page of Arrows or Page of Swords in reverse. So this is that energy of like, you want things to move, you just want to go, you're trying to like bypass the slow, steady, gradual healing journey to just get to wherever is on the other side, right? But it makes you kind of haphazard, and it's not going to feel satisfactory because you didn't actually, you didn't really get there. It's almost like, what it reminds me of? It's like the difference between going down a long road and actually like reaching the physical destination, or like driving a bit on the long road and then seeing kind of like a facade of the destination, like a painting of it. It looks like it's there, but it's not really there. So mind your impulsivity during the holidays, and if you have new ideas, allow them to kind of brew and cultivate them. Don't just jump the gun when you're not actually prepared. Okay? And the next card you've pulled is the Wanderer. In traditional tarot, this is the Fool. This is my favorite card. So to me, this is you when you've let all of this go. When you've let all of this stuff go, and if you see this person doesn't have any bags, they are light on their feet, and they are ready to take that leap of faith. This is a leap of faith. This leap of faith is supported, though, by the release of all of the past and the baggage. They wouldn't be able to take this leap of faith unless they were free, right? So I feel like you guys are going to have a lot of like healing and releasing to do. That's going to free you up. to take this leap of faith and to bet on yourself. And to me, this is like, it's funny that these two cards bookend these, because it's all a part of the journey, right? You know, realizing your higher purpose and taking the leap of faith to go for it. But between that time is a journey of you know, overcoming obstacles and having new ideas but not really knowing how to implement them, and just like, it's all a learning and a growing phase. But you're definitely being divinely guided, okay? None of this is happening for no reason. The advice cards you've got down here, right, for your holidays, the first one you've got is releasing from the angel oracles. You see this person just offering all of that, whatever is weighing on their heart, just offering it up to the universe, to angels, to God, whatever or whoever you believe in. Offer it up to be transmuted, to be transformed, and to just be lifted off of your shoulders. And if you look, it's like this light is turning into doves almost that are like flying up. And this person is standing like in the middle of a desert. It's like they've been on this pilgrimage, like they've traveled to the ends of the earth just to give all of this junk that's been weighing on them up, right? To just let it go. It's almost like if you've ever been to the county dump or something like that. If you've had lots of garbage that you've had to get rid of or something, you go out into the middle of nowhere and you're just like, okay, I've gotten rid of it, right? I think that's what it's going to be like for you guys during the holidays, if you let it, right? Because you've also got Morrigan from the Goddess Power Oracle in reverse. So I feel like some of you guys, even if you don't realize it, you're resisting change. You're resisting the letting go from happening. You know, you may feel self-righteous in this. Like I said, some of you have issues with siblings, and you know, you're worried about who did what to who and blaming and things like that, and it's not helping, it's not serving you, it's not aiding you in your higher purpose, and it's not holding your hand through this leap of faith. Okay, so really understand that to allow what is to come through, you've got to let go of what was. All right, death is a part of life, right? So allow yourself to go through this natural death so you can be reborn, okay? There's nothing to be afraid of. I know she kind of looks spooky, but like she also looks really mystical and magical and beautiful, right? And the last card you've pulled is trust. Trust that you are divinely guided. Trust that everything is going to work out, because it will, okay? You're not going through this healing phase. You're not going through this healing journey. You're not being asked to let go so that you can be left with nothing, right? Whatever it is that you release, because it's no longer serving you, it will be replaced with something newer, better, and more suited for you, okay? But the card says, when love is invited to take over, right actions arise at the right time. Allow me, dear divine, to wait patiently until the timing is right. Let me rest in the unknown until a clear path is shown. Right. Perfect. Like I was saying, the doors can't be opened yet because you've got to go through this growth of release. You've got to go through this journey of healing and releasing. Okay, and the holidays might be the perfect time to do it, because if you've got these grudges that you're holding with other people in your family or whatever it is, you might just need to forgive them and to tell them, like, listen, you don't have to apologize, but I forgive you. Okay, and this is perfect for the wanderer. You are the wanderer, right? You are taking that leap of faith, so trust. Okay, everything's gonna work out in your favor. All right, that's all I've got for you guys. Group number 3, I really hope the reading resonated with you. Let me know down in the comments if it did. And also, I've got a question for you. Let me know in the comments what your favorite part of the holidays are, if you have one, or if you don't like them. That's totally fine too. I was just curious, okay? I want to know. Thank you so much for sharing your time and your energy with me. I really appreciate it. The magic in me honors the magic in you. Be well. Bye.